Ahoy, this is Denka, and I'm not here alone. Guess who is back?
Ahoy, this is me, Janka.
And we are in Heberdown, location in Ontario, Canada, filming a short cinematic B-roll, actually a tutorial how to film with iPhone 13 Pro. I'm gonna be trying to show you common mistakes which people make when they're filming their friends, and then I'm gonna correct them and show you what you could be doing better. Of course, we're gonna edit it together, put some music, and then play it at the end. We have a little story actually. We were planning to shoot in different locations just south of here, also Heberdown, but I knew that there's a whole bunch of construction going on, but it was kind of over, so we thought we're gonna go to the beautiful lake because it's surrounded by trees. And on the way there, Janka was saying, I hope they didn't take the lake away from us. Well, guess what? They did. It's still under construction. This is how it looks like there right now. It's a location where you can't film right now. So we came here quite unexpectedly. It's gonna be a real challenge for us. I don't really have a plan. Let's do this. Since iPhone has a lot of new features, especially on this one, iPhone 13 Pro, I'm gonna be filming a native camera app. I'm gonna try to film as much handheld as I possibly can. For some of the shots, I'm gonna be using just a gimbal to stabilize the footage. And I know that some of you will ask me, which gimbal are you using? Today, I just grabbed Zhiyun Smooth Q3 just because I can switch the modes on the gimbal directly. I don't have to go to any other app, so I can comfortably film a native camera app without actually switching to the Zhiyun app. My plan is to put everything on 24 frames per second timeline. I'm gonna be filming in 30 frames per second because I want to slow down the footage to have that kind of a dreamy look. So it's gonna be slowed just a little bit, 80%. Other clips I'm gonna be filming at 60 frames per second if I want a little bit slower motion. So that's the plan today. Maybe I might do even slower motion, but it depends if it's gonna get windy or not. But right now, 30 and 60. I'm going to start with the first shot, which typically you would record your friend. So, okay, Janka, you can go. So the typical first mistake I was showing that a lot of people do is just they go right away on the friend's face and they record them as they are walking by. What you can do definitely better, you can establish the location. So I'm gonna do that again. This time I'm gonna be crouching over there in the grass. I'm gonna lift and show the location as she's walking in, entering in the location. So at the same time, I'm gonna introduce the location, but also my friend. Let's do this. With the second shot, I'm just going to continue the same movement she was doing, the same action, but I'm gonna film from different angles. So I'm not just gonna leave it as one big shot, as most of the people would, but I'm gonna try to take 2 or 3 different shots from different angles of the same action. I'm gonna go and finish the move as she's actually walking. She will end up here, and this last shot will be very creative. So at the same time I'm showing the location, I'm gonna be backing up. The gimbal mode I'm using is all locked mode because it's gonna be way easier for me to frame the shot. The easiest way for me is actually to already get the framing, the final framing like that, and I'm gonna lock the brightness. Now because the gimbal is in lock mode, I can go forward and it's always going to maintain the same position. So if I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna end up with the same view I wanted. And 1, 2, 3. There are 2 mistakes which people can make at this point, and I did this clip on purpose. One was when she was just looking over without any emotion. She's not actually enjoying the location. She's not in the mood and in the location. When you are directing someone like that, you have to actually tell them, because they won't know how to feel. So you have to, I'm gonna show you very soon how to talk to your friend. The second mistake would be that everybody is so crazy about the cinematic mode on the iPhone 13 Pro, but you can make it a little bit way too milky, the background way too soft. You don't want that. When you are saying a story, it doesn't matter. You can have a little bit of a sharpness to actually show the location. But at the same time, when you're gonna make it way too soft, you will introduce these very ugly edges around the person. So you need to bring the f-stop a little bit higher. So I'm going to bring it, instead of right now it's 2.0, actually I'm gonna bring it all the way to f6.3 or even more, f7.1. Now I'm still seeing the background a little bit blurry, but I actually see a way better picture of her. It's now more getting those edges which are a little bit smudged. So you're really enjoying, and just like you can do this and look over and just breathe it in, close your eyes, head up, and just like really, and then just look around, you know, and you can do, Janka, you can do even like one of those just to look around and just like be in a moment, like really, really enjoying. And as every single story has a beginning and middle and ending, the middle, I like to start always kind of slow, and then the middle should be the most energy, and then it kind of goes down and ends slow. This is the last shot. I'm gonna do it right now because we're gonna move on to different locations. It's gonna be pretty similar as she started. Now she's gonna be actually going away from the location. I'm gonna show the nice landscape. I'm using ultra wide angle lens for this, again filming in 30 frames per second and using locked mode. 1, 2, 3. Detail shots are next. I'm gonna do them handheld. For this one I'm filming in 60 frames per second. I don't want too much of a slow motion, just slower motion is fine. I'm actually using just a standard lens. I'm not using cinematic, I'm using the standard lens. Generally on the iPhone 12 Pro I was using telephoto, but with this one, now that the close-up is even more close-up, to be honest, not liking it that much. I'm back to standard lens and I'm finding that I'm still getting the blurry background anyways. Squish it as you're going up and let go. Perfect, again. It's good to mix also environment with your friend as well, not to only show your friend. So I'm gonna do a few shots just of the greenery around, well, the brownery, or what would you call it now?
Brownery.
Just like close-up shots of the plants.
Binary.
And then we'll connect it together with some movement as well. And I'm starting with a shot which might not be exactly the right shot. Most of the people will grab their phone and shoot from the eye level like this, and perhaps even select the wrong lens. Right now I have ultra wide angle lens, which is not doing much of a justice. It's showing a lot of the plants. There's no intimacy whatsoever. The friend is very little. If I switch to standard lens, she's closer, but still there's no intimacy. It's not really doing much of a cinematic feel. What you want to do instead, you want to shoot through stuff. So I'm gonna go very low and I'm gonna shoot through those plants. So she's kind of framed, surrounded, and it shows like I'm not even here. I'm not supposed to be here to shoot her. It's gonna be very intimate, kind of candid, as somebody is taking photo or video of you without you even knowing. Okay, Janka, you can turn around, spin. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. Next shot will be a little bit more of an action. She's gonna go actually down the hill. Hopefully we'll both be good and not roll down the hill. And she's gonna try to be playful, having fun, turning around, just enjoying the fall. I'm filming at 30 frames per second. This will be a dream section again. It's not gonna be slow motion. I made sure that the brightness is actually moved down a little bit more. I'm shooting in just standard lens, and let's go. So jumping around, and you forgot to look at me here and there. We are back in the gazebo. I'm gonna do a little bit of a movement shot. So she will be walking in from this side and I'm gonna be walking from the other side, showing the the ceiling a little bit, showing her and moving out. We'll see how it goes. We'll do a few shots with the gimbal and then few just handheld just in case. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Okay, I'll do it handheld. All right, I'm filming in 60 frames per second, so I should be able to hold it in my hands. 1, 2, 3. Good. 4 more shots were left to do. Very simple portraits of Janka. Again, it is all about the communication between you and model or friend, explaining them clearly the mood and expression you are looking for. Detailed shots of the structure were done with ultra-wide angle lens. The closer you get, the more massive it's going to look. And some more close-up shots of nature. Now it's time to edit, color grade, and add music. Here is the final B-roll. The whole shoot was filmed in the brightest worst midday daylight possible, as this was the only option, just to give you an idea how the result can look like in this lighting condition. If you like the final color grade, I have created free LUT for you. You can download it through the link in the video description. VIP members will get 3 LUTs from this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more. Questions, comments, leave them below, and I'll see you in the next video. Ahoy!
Ahoy!